What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums, and you are watching the most award-winning independent talk show in the whole South. I'm talking about none other than BrinkTV. Now, of course, I did say award-winning. You see all 13 of them trophies over here, but I don't want them to take the focus off this sexy young lady on the couch right now. Joining me is a brand new face, but of course, y'all finna see a whole lot of her. We're talking about Renee Reed. How you doing?
What's up, Brink?
Did I say Renee Reed or should I say Renee Rhythm? Because you got so many names, so many monikers. I should just call you sex ass boss lady. That's what I need to call her because she's definitely a boss. Yeah. So how you doing? First of all, thank you for being a guest on the show. Means a lot.
Thank you for allowing me to be a guest on the show. It's been a long time coming.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, we finna make it happen because it's not that often that we actually have a record label on the show and its roster. So hey, we finna go through the roster, but first we gotta go through the boss. This sexy boss woman right here. She gorgeous. Like I said, we finna get some more ratings tonight because of you. But let's go ahead and talk about your record label. We're talking about Sound Executive Inc., right?
Sound Executive Records.
Sound Executive
Inc.
Records
Yes.
Inc. See, I put the ink in the wrong spot, but hey, the ink is still drying on the paperwork. You understand
That
me? So let's
part.
talk about it.
That
Let's talk about
part.
it.
Man, first of all, this is huge for me.
Okay.
Because it's been a long road getting here. A lot of ups, downs, and trials and tribulations to get to this point. But just getting here is amazing to me. So I got to give shouts out to my artists for sticking by and us coming together and bringing this thing to life. So, yeah, we're here now. Sound Executive Records.
Hey.
We're going to work.
Definitely here. And of course, I got to say, it's amazing because you actually started out as an artist manager. So I know that this label is a lot homegrown, it's a lot passionate, it's intimate because you know the plight of an artist just by being the manager and, kind of seeing the ins and outs of this industry. Go ahead, let's take us through you actually creating and forming this label. Like, how did that happen?
Well, it started with the artists. I was the manager, and we just all discussed about how we wanted things to go, the foundation and the things behind the passion that they have for music. And a lot of artists, at the end of the day, they want a label. They want to be a part of a label, but a lot of artists don't want to sign up for a loan.
Right.
They working their tail off
Yeah.
for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Got to pay back what the label has given them. Well, these artists want to lay the foundation for themselves so that whatever money they make, baby, it goes in their pocket.
Yeah.
They ain't got to worry about paying me back because
Yeah.
they working on it themselves. The money go to them.
Yeah, I love it. And off camera, you actually told me that the goal for this record label is to not to be the traditional label
Yes.
that you see in the music industry, because we already know she spoke on it. It's very cutthroat. It's a loan, basically.
It's a loan.
We giving you this money so you can pay it right back. I don't know when you actually gonna make you some money, but I mean that's just how the industry works. So you're
Yeah.
aiming to change that with this label. Let's
I'm
talk more
aiming
about
to
it.
change that because independent artists already spend so much money
Yeah,
on where they're trying to go. Shows, we're talking a 5-minute show, $250.
yeah,
We're talking a 6-minute show, $500. They coming out of pocket every single time they want to even be on the stage and grace anybody with their talent. So they're already coming out of pocket. Photo shoots, video shoots, everything they do, they come out of pocket. So why not change that aspect of let's take more from them? We're going to sign them to a label. Now we're going to take the soul and all the rest of the energy they got too.
right.
So, I mean, we created this so that they can move how they need to move. They're independent artists that can move independently within a label and still create their vision, their passion, without having to worry about the financial burden of a loan.
Yeah. I love it, man. We talking flexibility. That's something that we rarely see, especially with record labels, unless, the artists have made it to that point. When you Jay-Z, you got a lot
That's
of
a different
flexing
story.
room.
When you
Yeah.
J&B, baby,
Yeah.
that's another level. We gonna get that though.
Yeah, but when you just starting out, you're trying to create a name for yourself. You're trying to actually get your brand going. Like, you guys are definitely the home for that. Let's talk about your roster. Let's talk about some of the artists that you have. Matter of fact, let's talk about all the artists that you got on the roster.
Fine by
Because it's a
me.
packed roster, and hey, they dope. Let's talk about them.
Okay. So First off, we have Traveontai. That's the last gentleman right there.
Okay.
Y'all thought R&B was dead. It ain't. It's very much alive. This man is in love with everything, even the flowers and the trees, and the bumblebees and the birds.
Yeah.
He is love. He's walking love. So him and R&B, they just go hand in hand.
Yeah.
He's known as the last gentleman. You will see he's smooth with it. And if you ever see his interview, he talk like this all the time. And you know what I'm saying? But that's his voice.
Yeah.
That's just how he
That's
talks.
how. Yeah.
So and then there's Zella Star. Now this is her debut.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't have anything out. She doesn't have anything floating around. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you ever heard Phyllis Hyman, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, that's Zella Star.
Okay.
That's Zella Star. She's got some kick to her, and when you hear, you're gonna be screaming.
Okay.
You're
I
gonna be
don't
screaming.
scream out
I'm
there,
just
but hey,
saying, that's
she
the
telling
soul.
me,
She's
yeah.
the soul
Okay.
of this label. And then there is Smoov.
Yeah.
So Smoov got that old school hip hop.
Player, real player. That's my
He
guy,
got
man.
that old school hip hop sound
Yeah.
that he's bringing into the new world. So, you've got the rap these days, but the way he does it is that Nas,
Yeah.
is that Warren G, is Nate Dogg,
Yeah.
is back there.
My boy
But
Too
we
Short.
bringing it up.
Yeah, man.
We bringing it up into the 2023.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then Indigo, I call him the hype artist. I don't care where you go, whatever you put on from Indigo, he gonna turn you up.
Just go. Yeah.
He gonna get you lit. He gonna get you hype. He is the alternative hip hop side of this label, and when I say he go in, the book go in. The book go in. So
Yeah.
it's a packed roster. It's a packed roster. It's something to see.
Yeah. Hey, that's what we talking about, man. So, of course we mentioned the artist, but we got to talk more about the name. Like, where did the name come from? Sound Executive. Like, where does that come from?
As you stated earlier, I got a whole lot of names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Renee's Rhythm, R&R, like I got a lot of them. So in the beginning, before I even became a manager, I was doing events, poetry shows, comedy shows, things like that. And I ran that moniker under Renee's Rhythm Sounds of Art.
Okay.
And that was my way of saying, whenever you hit this stage, whatever art you bring in, we want to hear it. So I got with my business partner, and man, when I say this production is all we collectively thought about it,
Yeah.
but he brought that thing to life.
Yeah.
Code graphics, art, he really put some work in. So I told him we were trying to figure out a name, and he came to me one day and we were talking, and he's just like, sound executives. They're the executives, and you brought
The
the
sound.
sound.
Yeah.
So that's where Sound Executive Records were born. So there you go.
Hey, it's available. Like I say, she's presenting it to the world. We going public, It's not every day that we go public right
Tonight.
now. This is what we doing. Let's go ahead and talk more about, what are you looking for in an artist? Because I'm pretty sure, like you said, the artist, the roster's packed right now. You're not necessarily looking for more artists to sign. However, what do you look for in an artist? It's got to be the drive and determination. And
It's got to be because I'm a single parent. First of all, let me
Okay.
just put that out there. I got 3 teenagers at home
Mm,
right now,
okay.
asking she been gone all day.
What mama is?
She been gone all day. I done ran in and out the house 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
But I have teenagers, so I don't want to take on any more kids.
Got you.
I don't take on any more kids. So when it comes to being an artist, you need to be able to be ready to work.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have the passion behind it, the dedication. If I text you, if I call you and say, hey, we got a show coming up on this day, who ready? And I don't get nothing back, or it goes silent, I'm gonna think something about you. Like, okay, apparently you ain't trying to go nowhere.
Right.
Like that what's going on.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to put in the work, if I'm going to put in the time, because I do, whenever these artists know, I work my butt off, like day in, day out. My phone is never off. If they want to call me at 2:00 in the morning with an idea, I'm gonna answer the phone groggy, but I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah, she gonna answer. Yeah.
I'm gonna answer it, but I just want them to be serious about their art, their grind. This is grind city. If you ain't grinding, if you ain't hustling for what you say your passion is, I'm gonna look at you different,
Yeah.
and I ain't gonna want to work with you. So as an artist, you need to not only be human, but be that artist. Cause I know we all got issues.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody got rent to pay
Yeah.
and food to put in the refrigerator. But if you have a passion and it's something you're trying to get to, there needs to be drive behind it.
Definitely. Hey, you gotta be able to match her dedication because she's definitely gonna be dedicated to the artist. Let's go ahead and get into all of the social media as well as the website. I know you said that it's still under construction, but it's stuff on there right now that they
Yes,
can check
sir.
out.
Yes,
Run
sir.
all of it.
So, my Instagram is R&R_management 23. My TikTok is Renee's Rhythm. My Facebook is Renee's Rhythm. My Snapchat is Renee's Rhythm. So if you go look up Renee's Rhythm, but Renee with an A at the end, not an E, okay? And it's not Renea, it's Renee. So if you go look up Renee's Rhythm on any social media site except for Instagram, you'll find it. You'll see just about everything on my page is these artists. So, and as far as the website, y'all, I'm excited about that. I can't wait for people to go check that out. That thing is dope. It's soundexecrecords.com. Don't hit me in the head if I'm wrong. We just did it. We just came up.
We talking
We
about
just
hot
made
off
it
the
public.
press, but it's at the bottom of the screen right now. You didn't understand. Hey, it's right there. You can read.
Soundexecutiverecords.com.
Yeah.
And I promise you, when you get there, you're gonna see some dope production, and soon there'll be merchandise and there'll be contact information, booking information for the artists. We're gonna go all in.
Of course, booking information, all of that will be posted, will be
Yes.
available. Stay tuned to her social media if you want the
Check me out.
everyday, info, all of that. But we about to go ahead and get into, a few of the artists on the roster. So
Okay.
if you don't mind, I want to just go ahead and start interviewing the roster. Can we do that?
I guess.
I-
I guess I'll let y'all have some screen time.
Hey, we finna make it happen. Don't move. We about to pop back out. Hey, I told you guys, I don't want y'all to think I'm telling no lies or no fibs or nothing like that. I told you guys that we were going to go ahead and premiere the roster. We're talking about Sound Executive Records. Joining me right now, we talking about straight out of Southern Ohio, my guy, Indigo. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing amazing. First and foremost, I got to say, hey, man, thank you for being a guest on the show. Means a lot to have you as a guest, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you for having me, for sure.
No doubt, man. We got a whole gang to talk about, whole lot to talk about because you told me you from Southern Ohio of all places, man. What you doing in Memphis?
Man, a lot, honestly. The Memphis scene popping in music, a lot of networking going on, a lot of moves getting made for sure. It's a good place to be right now in music for sure.
Definitely, man. And hey, we glad to have you in the city, man. Like I say, you definitely out here turning up. You making moves. You recently dropped the album. We're talking about the end of last year, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, man. Let's talk about when did you actually start making music?
When I really started making music, bro, I got FL Studio around for Christmas, low key, when I was 12 years old.
12. Wow.
Yeah, 12 years old. And so
Okay.
I started as a producer at first, and it just kind of escalated. I really started making music back then. I was making you want me to talk about how I was making what type of stuff I started off on.
Run
So
it,
I was
man.
just like a producer. I started making EDM and stuff like that at first, and then it kind of translated into doing hip hop beats. It's just because EDM type stuff, dubstep and all that, way more advanced than just some hip hop beats. So I started making hip hop beats for some of my friends to rap on, and then eventually once I did get a little bit older and confident to try to hop on it myself, because I was just a producer at the time. Around 16, 17, I just started recording some of my own stuff and just seeing kind of where it went from there. And here I am. I just kind of incorporate a lot of my different sounds and tastes and styles, like EDM, punk rock type stuff, and then some hip hop as well, kind of incorporate into my own, creation that I got today. So.
That's pretty incredible, man, that you have such a diverse ear when it comes to music. The average artist that we get on this show, they not listening to no EDM. You know what I'm saying? Like dubstep, they like, what's that? But
Yeah,
the
bro.
fact that you have such a diverse ear, I think that's incredible. That means that you definitely a musical connoisseur. Let's get back into that album, man. You say it's called After Dark, right?
Yeah, it's called After Dark. Yeah, on all
After Dark,
platforms.
man, all platforms right now by my guy Indigo. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about why did you name it After Dark? Out of all titles, why that?
I don't know. After dark is just you get that you have that kind of image as far as like everything changed, like stuff get weird after dark, like and it's just like if you ever seen the memes where it's like so and so by day, so and so by so and so by dark. It's just like basically the album is just a big showcase of kind of who I am, So it's like getting to know me like after dark, So that's kind of where I got that from.
That's incredible. So you pretty much would say that if anybody want to get to know you as an artist, this is the album they need to listen to
bro,
right
if
here.
I was gonna, show you just a showcase of front to back, kind of like who I am in music and like, the different genres and stuff all incorporated into one, I would show you this album. I had to show you listen to After Dark.
Hey, no doubt. Like you said, available on all platforms right now. Let's talk about, you actually recently released a new single, like a week ago, basically. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, it just dropped last Friday. Super fire on February 10th, 23. It's called Too Lit.
Okay.
So, you just got to tune in and see how lit it is because it's too lit. You know what I'm saying?
But who produced it, though?
Who produced it? The producer behind that is Chase BM. You can
Okay.
find him on socials too. But yeah, bro. Yeah, Too Lit. Video goes crazy. The video was done by Wolf. Video was edited by Wolf. He's one of my, he's done a video for me. He did Woe.
Okay.
He did the video for that. That was my first video in Memphis, but he's fired with the visuals
Oh, yeah,
too.
Wolf
Wolf
dope.
Productions.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
Wolf
I
dope.
fuck with him.
Yeah.
And we made a banger with that whole thing. The whole thing is just fire.
No doubt. So,
Yep.
like I say, it's available on all platforms right now. The album is. And, of course, the video, we said it's called Too Lit, right?
Yeah, it's called Too Lit, number 2, and then LIT. All platforms. Music videos on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, everything.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk more about you, man. Aside from music, like in your spare time, are you like any hobbies? You binge watching? You PS5 and Xbox? What you doing?
I mean, I don't really get too much into video games anymore, but making music and then financial stuff like entrepreneurship. That's kind of a thing for me, and that's really it. I mean, I stay busy. I don't really get into anything anymore, So I really just do my thing, keep it pushing,
All right, so I gotta know this, man. If it could be any artist that you would want to do a collab with, I gotta work with this person. Who would that be?
Anybody I could choose to work with a person, yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, it was Juice, R.I.P. Juice. I would say, Uzi's a good one for me. I really fuck with MGK, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's from Ohio, too.
Yeah, he a wild boy.
He's from Cleveland. I fuck with his, his rock stuff. So I'd probably say, that'd be a hard one, but I'd probably say Uzi for real. I'm not going to lie. Probably Uzi. Now, if I was going to choose one producer to work with, it would be Marshmello.
Okay. Why Marshmello, man?
Bro, because he was one of my favorite producers, like, growing up as a kid, and he just make, like, some fire, like, pop, EDM shit, and he made a lot of bangers with Juice, too. Like, he just my favorite producer.
So if you guys are listening, Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Uzi Vert, Marshmello, hey.
Bro, we going to make a banger.
What is your social media? Tell the people.
Yeah, social media, indigo.child_XO. Find me on all socials, all platforms. Yes, Sirski.
Hey, it's all up and it's staying up. So, hey, make sure y'all tap in with my guy. We about to pop in with another artist we talking about from Sound Executive Records. But before we do that, now back to more BrinkTV. What's happening, everybody? Like I say, man, we are back. I told you we going through the whole roster as many as we can fit on this episode. Hey, as many as we can fit, they gonna be on here. Joining me is no stranger to the BrinkTV show, but this is his first time kicking it with us on TV on the icy white couch. My guy, Jay Smoov. How you doing, man?
Yo, what's going on, man? I mean, it's an honor being back. You know what I mean? Like, BrinkTV is where the place to be.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, of course, you guys, I don't know if y'all remember, but the first time we saw him, we were on set of the movie Reminiscent Shadows. Let's go ahead and talk more about, man, how did things go with that movie? I know it premiered and all of that. How did things work out, man?
Yeah, it's Reminiscent Shadows has definitely been hitting a lot of ratings, and as well as a lot of people being drawn out towards it, and word has it that it's been built up for a nomination for an award. So shout out to Jason Martin for that, award, as well as like everybody else involved into the film. And everything involving for what we do best is elevation, and that's what it is.
No doubt, man. So go ahead, kind of get us caught up, from last time you were on the show to this time, because I know you've been elevating a lot. Smooth and knowledge, you've been working, chasing the dream, you've been working on it. So just
That's
kind of
right.
catch us up, man. What you been up to?
Well, yeah, Chase the Dream is definitely hitting a lot of punchlines as well, and I even have a photo shoot lined up for my birthday, February 20th, and every single actor and as well as actress involved is definitely going to be on the front cover. So shout out to my CTD cast members, everybody involved, and including when it comes to my music, Savage Beast is my newest track, and as well as everything else involving for what I'm about to, put out for the people to see for themselves. And it's all about taking it to higher heights, better than what we've ever done previously in the years. And developing on everything for what we put out is, like keeping the people at the edge of their seats. And
Absolutely.
absolutely like thinking of higher or bigger ways of making, a difference.
No doubt. Now you did mention Savage Beast. That's the new release coming from you. We were talking off camera about this because this is kind of a different direction, than what the fans are used to from your style of music. You actually took a darker route. So let's talk more about that, man.
Yeah, when it comes down to Savage Beast, that was a track where it was a little bit more of stepping out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
Because when it came down to everybody saying, that I do clean rap and that's all that I've ever done, but clean rap to me is definitely something that I'm not going to stop. And above all else, I believe that when it comes to anything that you have in mind of, sometimes it could be dark or sometimes it could be clean, but at the same time have originality
Yeah.
into that, perception. Because when it comes to anything for what you put out, always have a meaning, a meaningful direction. Nothing can be meaningless when it comes to the destiny that we choose and how we chase the dream on top of that.
No doubt, man. So, hey, you guys will be seeing that. Like I say, Savage Beast. You went into a whole nother zone on this song. Let's take us through the song making process of that song, man.
Yeah, when it comes to Savage Beast, it's not to be underestimated with, and it's actually something that I already know that the people could relate to, because when it comes down to what we deal with on the day-to-day basis, it does get to us in many ways. But on top of that, what it does get us through is trials and tribulations, or higher, like overwhelming situations that we can see ourselves either overcoming or it actually being our downfall. But including when it comes down to this kind of particular track, what I want to set for an example for is never let the stress or any kind of negativity get to you, and always be a fighter. Never be somebody that is going to just take punches and that's all that they do in life. In life, it's not about how hard that you hit, but it's about how hard that you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Absolutely, man. I love this man's message. Let's go ahead and transition just a tad bit, man. I want to talk about the work balance, but you're an actor, you're an artist, you're a director. Man, you do all of this stuff. How are you able to balance all of these jobs, man?
I mean, when it comes down to me doing or transitioning to different areas, of my upcoming career, the main thing that I've always been doing is to always, like never give up, always stay consistent. And my positive direction is to, make a difference for the world to see. And, there's a lot of people aiming for fame and that's all that they would ever want, or, stepping out of, like any other typical 9 to 5, and they always like get a quick road, or, like a quick way to get cash. But for me, I don't really do this for fame, because 9 times out of 10, of course, fame will come, but it is all about the meaningful direction that you want to set for the younger generation, to the next generation, and even for the higher level of the adulthood. Because I don't not only want to be a icon, or not just an icon, I want to be an inspiration.
No doubt, man. Hey, like I say, my guy Jay Smoov in the building on the icy white couch, man. You got to run all the social media for the people, man. Let them know how they can get at you.
Oh yeah, y'all can get at me on social media on Facebook on J Smoov, YouTube, Smoovinology 101, and on Instagram One Smoov, and including with CTD, I'm creating a website for that as well. So shout out to everybody who's about to be involved in it, and I am inviting an open invitation for R&R management if they are interested of being a part of the creativity for what I have in mind, because it's not just about my particular like creativity of artistry, because when it comes down to any kind of artist, I always want to present that opportunity when they're hungry, and on top of that when they have a story to tell and adding a meaningful direction to it.
No doubt. Like I say, we got my guy Jay Smoov in the building. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with everything that he got going on. But it's not over yet. No, not by a long shot. We got one more artist that's about to sit on the icy white couch. So don't change the channel. Don't do nothing. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Word up, word up.
And of course, we are back. We talking about Brink TV. We talking about the most award-winning independent talk show in the whole South. The icy white couch is here. All the trophies are here. But what we got right now, we talking about the R&B phenomenon, the secret weapon of sound executives records. We talk about Traveontai. How you doing, man?
I'm very well, brother. Appreciate you for asking.
First, we got to get into who he is as an artist. You from Memphis? Where you from, man?
So I'm really the Tennessee kid. Bro.
Okay.
My family from Tennessee.
Okay.
Born in Jackson, lived in South Orange Mound. You know what I'm saying? Went to the borough.
Yeah.
Came back and forth between here and the borough, bro. So real deal the Tennessee kid.
Man, you said Jackson. Woo, we talking
Yes,
about
sir.
Jackistan, from Jackistan to Afghanistan, man. Hey, and then you sing R&B. Hey, I told y'all secret weapon. So let's talk about, man, what was it like growing up for you, man, coming up?
Man, it was lovely, man. My Duke was a beast. She really instilled in me everything. She pretty much taught me how to carry myself, how to care for myself, you know what I'm saying, how to treat ladies and whatnot. Pop did this thing too, discipline, you know what I'm saying, respect, you know what I'm saying, responsibility, all the things that really equipped me to be who I am today. So it was dope being able to have them as my parents. You know, they still have a great relationship to this day.
Yeah.
You know, they just set the tone for me. You know, so I'm grateful to be able to say that, bro.
Hey, definitely got to say shout out to the parents, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
without
Yes,
them,
sir.
they are the foundation. So where would we be without the
Come on
foundation?
now.
In the mud.
You hear me?
You feel me? Let's go ahead and talk more about, because you told me at the age of 10, that's when you found out, the world found out that you could sing, and that's what you wanted to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
So it's crazy how it actually happened. Breezy had just released Yo,
Okay.
and I remember watching BT on the countdown, bro. I know you remember them days.
Yeah, man.
Classic times.
Yeah,
classic
man. They
times.
inspired me as well.
Okay, so you already know where we coming from. Seeing Yo when it came out, bro, and I just remember being in the living room imitating that man, bro. Just doing cartwheels, trying to do the backflip, tuck, singing, hitting
Yeah.
the dance moves, the whole nine, bro. And since that moment, I started singing, writing my songs, dancing. I had like instructors in these after school programs, and they really introduced me to it. So I had different mentors that really helped me expand my skill set, and a lot of it was self taught. So I really just honed in, brother. Fell in love with it truly. Listen to the greats,
Yeah.
just study them, just
Yeah.
listen to them time and time again. So they really influenced a lot of what I am today.
No doubt. We talking about a real student of the game right here. Now, of course, we got to say shout out to Chris Brown. Breezy, hey,
Shout out
you
to
still
him,
go
for
hard.
sure.
Let's
Shout out.
talk more about, off camera, we was talking about your mom actually was the one who discovered this boy can actually sing. Like, take us back to that moment. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. We got it on VHS. I forgot how long it was after the Yo video dropped, but I just remember I had on like this PJ set, man, real thug, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And did the whole song from start to finish. And that's when Monduke was like, this is something you really love to do, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to guide your child in what they love to do, right?
Facts.
As well as instilling all these other lessons and whatnot, like discipline. Just teaching your children how to navigate throughout life and
Right,
whatnot.
right.
So Monduke was doing her thing, and it was basically just like being able to combine what she was instilling in me from even when she playing around the house, when she cleaning up all the old school R&B
Yeah.
greats, bro. I remember listening to Angie Stone.
Oh
Morales
man,
Cloud.
man, I got a
On
gigantic,
repeat. Come
I
on,
got a
bro.
gigantic crush on Angie Stone. I'm gonna be honest, Angie. If you watching, I'd like to take you out, and I'm gonna bring flowers. Trust me.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of those just early stages. So after she see me doing the breezy and put me in these different things to allow me to hone those skills. So although I didn't have like I guess instructors in terms of like a schedule, thing like this, I did have mentors that aided in my growth. So from there, after she did that, the rest was history.
So we're talking about the next pivotal moment was at age 12. You actually started making beats. You was
Yes, sir.
producing.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, man.
Yes, sir. So
Sixth grade, man. You know what I was doing in sixth grade? I
You was
ain't gonna
doing
say
right.
it.
Oh,
I
you
ain't
can't
trying to
say
get
it.
in
You can't
trouble.
say it.
But hey, I wasn't thinking about doing something as productive as you were. Take us
Real,
there,
real.
man. What we were doing?
So I had ended up getting garage band, bro.
Okay.
And garage band, just like this music making software and whatnot.
On Apple.
Yes, sir, on the Mac,
Yeah, man.
MacBook. So I had the MacBook jump, bro. Really dived into it, just playing around, bro, on a day to day, and really was arranging beats, bro, like full symphonic type beats,
Yeah.
as a youngin, bro, and then just combining that with my dancing and also the singing, and then writing songs. Bro, I remember I was young, so of course I was going through things, but I'd always wanted to like heal the world, and just I wanted people to show each other that they meant something to each other. I ain't gotta know you from day one to be able to treat you with kindness, Because I
Facts.
always say this, bro. Everybody in your life at one point was a stranger, bro. Maybe with exception to your Mondukes and Pop.
Right.
But everybody else, bro, you had to decide as a person to allow them to become something more. So, for the people that are close to in your life, those are people that you decided to allow become closer. So, just being able to put that in music and make that a focal point and reminding people that that's not dead. Like that's what make us human. Like what we was talking about the '90s being the golden age of R&B.
Man.
How it used to be cool to pull up bumping Jodeci
Yeah.
or Marvin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't getting judged or looked at in any certain type of way. Like
Right.
matter of fact, everybody was doing it.
Right.
And that just goes to show you the power that they had. So we need to get back to that. If anything, if that was able to bring us together like how it was back then, it should be able to do that even more now.
Yeah.
So that's really that's how that all came about from Monduk, and she after I got into making the beats and whatnot, she seen okay, he's really diving into it from all angles. So what can we do to get this on Front Street?
Yeah. Let's go ahead transition a little bit, man, because obviously you started at a young age. You mentioned dancing as well. Were you doing like anything in high school as far as talent shows, anything like that? Because I'm pretty sure you had the girls buzzing around school, man.
Well, I was doing a lot in high school. I would we had like these things called like fashion shows, and
Okay.
I would perform in those and modeling those. I was in the choir for I forget which grade it was. I think my early high school years. And I would like be special characters during the holiday seasons and singing with like lead roles or whatnot, in independent films or whatnot. Just really doing my thing. Just blessed by the one above to be able to really allow me to hone my skill set in all these different areas. Um, so pretty much in high school, I instead of taking the sports route, I took the entertainment route
Got you.
and decided to pick up on what I had got, exposed to as a youth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My teens and whatnot, carrying into my young adulthood. So I just spent literally all that time, bro, studying the game and just honing my skills and, learning to really appreciate it for what it is. You know, I make music. I want to inspire.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not really about the money to me. Um, I think, of course, if you can turn anything that you love to do and make it, support your living, I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
So obviously, when I do that, that's gonna be that, right?
Man, when your passion becomes your career, hey, it's love. Like I say,
Yeah,
I love what I'm
yeah,
doing.
yes,
Let's go
sir.
ahead and take it, man, because, of
Yes,
course,
sir.
we in Memphis. But not only Memphis, man. One thing that I noticed all across this country, you did mention in the '90s, everybody will pull up bumping R&B. We don't see that as much now. It seems like someone flipped the switch, and then R&B is more in the back seat or in the trunk. It's not as in the front seat riding shotgun no more. Let's talk about some of the challenges you face and what you do to combat that, man.
Mm. Uh, Man, I couldn't agree with you more. I think it was crazy because it's hard to say when that even happened.
Right.
When did that pivotal moment occur where R&B just wasn't,
Because
you know,
even in the early 2000s, we still had
I
112.
man, we
We
had every
had
man,
Jagged
yeah,
Edge.
man,
Like it was
everybody,
many, many artists. Trey Songz, Chris Brown. You
Avant,
know what I'm saying?
all them,
Avant.
Tyrese,
Genuine.
all them,
But I don't know when it exactly happened, but it happened.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the part to me that makes it a struggle because if you can't even find where or when it occurred, then
Right.
how can you begin to address how to make it back in the forefront?
Right.
You know, um, it's just a matter of being wishful and optimistic that everyone can see that that's what unifies us is when you feel something in your soul and it move you to the point of where you can vibe with somebody that's next to you regardless of any of their background or anything that makes them different from you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that accomplishes that more than anything is R&B.
Yeah.
And the proof is in the pudding. Like you said, we just went through two different decades
Yep.
of where it moved the masses, and then suddenly it was nowhere to be. It was still there, but it just wasn't on the forefront like how it
Right.
was.
So let's go ahead and talk about how we go change that. We talking about
Yes, sir.
3P3
Yes.
coming this fall. Let's
Yes,
get into
sir.
it, man. Let's
Yes,
talk about
sir.
the project.
All right, so 3P3 is on the way. It's definitely gonna come out 2023. I really want to put a lot of time into this one because it's the last installment of the series, and I want it to really hit. Each I put out each of the volumes a year apart.
Okay.
Um, I believe I skipped 2022, so I did 2020 for volume one, 2021 for volume two. Skipped 2022 because I was like 2023. I got to do three.
Yeah.
So I really wanted all the focus to still be on two, and I really want the world to hear that because it's a story that's within that volume that I wanted to see if people can kind of grasp or catch a hold to.
Yeah.
Um, just to show that R&B still a powerhouse, force to be reckoned with. Um, it's one of those foundational genres, that paved the way and set the stepping stones for a lot of other genres.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I mean, some of us might not be here if it wasn't for
come
R&B. Baby
on,
making music.
bruh.
You
What
understand
you
me?
just
Hey,
said, bro,
hey. I
yeah.
mean, now my parents was not getting it on to some, Run DMC or LL Cool J. It had
They
to be
hard.
some
Uh-huh.
R&B.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So without R&B, how many of us would really be here, bro?
Yikes.
I think that's a question.
That's
we
the
could
true
truly-
question.
That
Yeah.
should be a real survey question, bro.
You might need to
A
put that
real
on a
one.
shirt. He got it. It's him. Trademark by him.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, I get you a percent in, bro. For
There
sure,
you
for
go.
sure.
Hey,
It's
yeah.
love. See, that's how it should
That's
go.
how we
You know
do
what
it.
I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
All right. So, like I said, it will be out probably this fall. Y'all stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get into all the social media and all that, man. The
Yes,
way that
sir.
people can, follow you and keep up, stay active with you.
Yes, sir. So you can find me on all social media at Traveontai, and that's Traveontai. It sounds like how it's spelled, so that should kind of help you, remember that junk. But yeah, all social media, all platforms. Love.
Hey, man, it's definitely been an amazing episode. Like I say, y'all tap in with everybody with Sound Executive Records. Like I say, they definitely doing their thing. But hey, you might see them on the couch again. You never know. Like I say, BrinkTV, this is what we do. We trying to break it out, put out the brand new artists, the brand new faces, keep them in your face. Like I said, we are premiering. We public now. We talking about Sound Executive Records, public right now, exclusively on BrinkTV. Now back to more BrinkTV.
Tonight we are serving rap, R&B, soul, alternative, and pop. All 5 of these were made fresh with astonishing sound, amazing talent, and incredible creativity. Tonight you will indulge in one meal infused with different R&R spices. With these spices combined, we were able to create a brand new flavor, one that is guaranteed to fulfill your appetite. The flavor of sound. Tonight I present to you Sound Executive Records. Now, dinner is served. Now for a taste of R&B. Zealous Star, you may be excused.
Show me what you got, baby. Oh, there's too much I'm demanding. Baby, are you up to standard? Cause all these got their hands out, but ain't nobody got no bands out. Yeah, you way too close, baby. Oh, no attachments, please. There is no harassing me. Let's normalize if I don't like what I see. I got the right to leave. Cause I'm a bad bitch, it don't get no softer. I swear, out there are many men with better offers. Tell me you love me 1,000 times and I just may believe. Cause it's the lady in me, I'm lovely. So tell me how bad you want me. Put your bid in, who's the winner? I be driving you crazy. Take my winnings, you'll be spending all night and all day. Pay your money, be my honey. I promise to behave. Go harder, boy, what it cost you, boy. Show me what you got to offer. Show me what you got, baby. Oh, now you gotta invest in my heart. Can you play
Now for a taste of alternative hip-hop. Indigo Child, you may be excused.
Counting these bands, you can't put out my fire, bitch, I'm way too lit. All them haters, they was scared I'm gon' get rich. Don't stand too close, you get tripped on by that drip. Try to get in my way, man, I'm done. Ice on my neck and my wrist, I'm so cold. Started from the bottom, got this shit at the mud on my own. Now it's me making these hits, left from right, in unlimited flows. Then I put faith in the kid, I said you want me go. I'm way too lit. All them haters, they was scared I'm gon' get rich. Don't stay too close, you gon' get hit with that bitch. Try to get in my way, man, I'm done. Ice on my neck and my wrist, I'm so cold. Started from the bottom, gotta sit at the mud on my own. Now it's me making these hits, left from right, with unlimited flows. Then I put faith in the kid, I said you let me go.
Now for a taste of rap. Smoov, you may be excused.
Who they fearing, who they dealing with, a savage beast. On the midst of hell will prevail like a savage beast. Feel the wrath of war, pain inflicted like a savage beast. Beg for mercy, who you with, a savage beast. Rage, all I feel, all I know, all I am about. Talking weak, step out of line, I'm the man that shaped your prime. Words can only say so much, how so vicious I can be. Turn your world to your own nightmare, everything you fear and dream. More and more, every day, tomorrow never promised. Soldier till the end, rage of the beast, there's a war coming. With daily slaughter, but one with rage, cold-blooded pain. Same reality life we deal with day after day. Many times, all I hear is Smoov, he ain't got it. Watch me take the war with full force, while you burning hell, got it. More cunning, more ruthless, better than before. Lyric after lyric, deadly like a hurricane. Thunderstorm, the world is tainted with the greed, lies and death penalty. Never stop till there ain't no more blood to fucking bleed. Real recognizes real, a moral fact of life. If I gotta go savage.
For a taste of the very last gentleman, a little bit of soul. Traveontai, you may be excused.